I've been working with clients for over 10 years and continually evolving and perfecting my approach, which teaches people how to achieve health and happiness by incorporating and earning long-term habits and behaviors. If you haven't watched the first 3 videos of this 6-part video series, please take a few minutes and do that now. In the first video, I talked about why quick fixes just don't work. They get quick results, but those results don't last. And for most people, they don't just want the result, they want it to be long lasting, like for the rest of their lives. So that's the first video. And the second video, I introduced awareness-based habit change, the core strategy of my small steps approach. In the third video, I introduced the tech check, probably my all-time favorite tool and trick, which actually utilizes technology to help you build more awareness and control over your day-to-day behaviors and habits. It's super, super effective, so please go watch those now. In this video, though, I'm going to give you a bird's eye view of my Small Steppers course, so you really know what you're getting, what to expect, and everything else. But first, here's a couple reasons why the course itself is so effective and why it works really, really well. Here's the first. You're in control of the process. So I don't hand you a 21-day plan that says eat this on Tuesday and Wednesday and do this thing on Thursday and at 10:30. You learn as the weeks progress how to control your momentum and forward movement so that you stick with things. You are empowered and you get the tools. And therefore, it's unlike any other plan because you're engaged entirely. I'm not the coach that just hands you something. I go, okay, let's do this together so that you're able to take the tools and use them yourself. That's number one. Number two, you can do this course no matter how busy you are. That means you're working 80 hours a week, you can still do this course. Not only that, but it almost makes this course even more effective in that sense because most of us just are busy. And what this course teaches you is how to find and value moments. There is a great power in learning how to find moments for yourself throughout the busiest of days, and they're there for the taking. You just got to learn how to look for them and how to use them and utilize them. So the actual course it can be minutes a day. It can actually be minutes a day, and it can be more if you have more time. But again, you learn how to manage that so that when the course is finished, you have the tools to manage your time from here on out. If you're busier, you squeeze and look for moments here. If you're less busy, you bring in more stuff. You're in charge of that, and you actually walk away from this program knowing exactly how to do that. So now let's get into the course itself. As soon as the 12-week start, you are asked to ask yourself a question, which is one of the things I taught in the second video of this series, which is, what is my ideal life? If I were living my ideal life, what would I be doing day to day? And you write that down. It's an exercise. It's more difficult than you think. So I'm coaching people through this process to get very, very clear about their ideals, who they are, what they stand for, what they would be doing if they could live life on their terms, in control of their own behaviors and habits for the most part. That's the beginning of this process, is to simply define those things so you know where you're moving. We oftentimes go, well, I just want to lose weight, so we go into a diet, but that's not our real goal. And unless we know exactly what we want out of our lives, which usually isn't to lose 10 pounds and gain it back, it's usually to be in a healthy and happy, to be a healthy, happy person and be in a healthy, fit body, and also for it to last a long time. So to get really defined ideals and goals, then you know exactly in what direction you're moving toward. The best part of this program is that you are constantly, you're moving and you keep moving, and you know how to make changes and adaptations to continue that forward progress the entire time. Once you're clear about the ideal life and your goals, where you're moving toward, then you utilize awareness-based habit change. And so this is the core principle of Small Steppers, is to build in those moments that I talked about a few minutes ago into your life so that you can continue being more aware of your existing routines and how to break those up so that you're building and building momentum over the entire time, and by the way, well beyond the 12 weeks. That's the whole point, is that you're learning these tools and strategies so that you leave the program equipped with them to continue living as a small stepper. Which brings me to the end of the course. By the end of the course, you're very adept. You're very adept at managing your stress. You can identify overwhelm. You can identify stagnancy in your own life. You go like, you know what, I'm feeling stagnant. I'm not doing enough. I'm going to kick that into gear. Or okay, here's the point that I usually get overwhelmed and burn out and stop doing whatever I've been doing, and then I've been yo-yo dieting, all those kinds of things. Okay, I see that coming. Okay, let me back off a little bit. Let me adjust that a little bit, and you get very used to it. There's some complicated concepts associated with this because in this sort of no pain, no gain, gotta keep moving forward kind of world, perfectionist, I'm an all or nothing person. These kinds of things usually render us doing nothing. I mean, the all or nothing person, in my experience, always ends up doing nothing because they go too far into one direction, burn out, and stop. This is about understanding and recognizing that before it happens so that you can back up a little bit, do a little less, and you realize in this 12 weeks course how successful that is, how powerful that is. To manage your stress, to avoid overwhelm, is one of the keys to living a healthy and happy life. A minimally stressful, vibrant, forward momentum, forward moving life. That's what this is about. Sometimes that means doing less to avoid the way you used to do it, which is to push too hard and then quit. So by the end of this course, you're a small stepper. You finish the 12 weeks and you don't go, oh good, I got a scale weight. Oh good, I got an 8-minute per mile pace. You go, okay, I may have gotten some results physically because you're of course doing the work and you're seeing these changes happening. It happens all the time. But the most important part of this course is that now you have the training to continue this long term. Anything that you decide to bring into your life whenever that you think would make your life better, decluttering your house, more productivity at work, gaining a healthy weight, fitness goals, all those kinds of things, you apply your small steppers training to those forever. And you know how to do a ton if that's what it calls for. Like, I'm going to take on a bunch right now because I'm able to do that with minimal stress, or because of all these things going on, I'm going to take on just a little bit to maintain a little bit of stress, to maintain a minimal amount of stress, to continue that forward momentum. And that's what makes really this thing so highly effective, this course so highly effective, is because if I just handed you a plan, if you wanted to lose weight, let's say I'm a nutritionist, I can get that done. I can get it done very fast for you. That's the easiest thing in the world. But for me to teach somebody the tools and strategies so that they are armed going forward without me to utilize those tools and strategies to bring themselves the result they want and stay with that, that's massive and awesome. And that's why I'm so passionate about this program, because I'm not telling somebody do this until you don't know what to do anymore. I'm telling you, here's these things to continue this way beyond the 12 weeks. It's incredible. If all this sounds interesting to you, click the link at the bottom of this video, put your name and email in there. What that does is get you on the early bird list. You're gonna get an announcement before it goes public that says, okay, here's your spot. It's guaranteed if you're on the early bird list, by the way, and it's not if you're not, just saying. Stay tuned for the next videos coming up. In the very next video, video number 5, you get to hear from an actual small stepper, somebody who went through the program, a little testimonial. I'm gonna read some comments that I've gotten from small steppers so that you understand really what's at stake here and the benefits that this course delivers. It's pretty exciting stuff. And I'm also going to show you some real life examples of how people have utilized awareness-based habit change via their small steps. I'm actually going to show you a steps list. It's super, super cool. So stay tuned for the upcoming videos, and I will see you very soon. Thanks.